Welcome to Sister Sessions, a podcast where two sisters on very different journeys explore what it means to live spiritually in today's world. My sister, Jenny Fairbank, is the co-founder and spiritual director of Wisdom Pathways, a yoga and meditation teacher, and a somatic healer devoted to guiding others toward inner peace. And I'm Susie Gustin, a mom of three, producer and owner of Red City Live Entertainment, embracing life's joys while searching for deeper meaning. Together, we have honest, relatable conversations about finding balance, purpose, and connection in everyday life. So settle in. You are exactly where you need to be. Welcome to Sister Sessions.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 25th episode of Sister Sessions podcast. I am Susie Gustin, and I'm here with my co-host and sister, Jenny Fairbank.
Hey, everyone.
Hello. So we, as you can see, have a special guest today, and I'm just going to start by this introduction. Our special guest is a registered nurse, dynamic fitness coach, and founder of JackHammer Fit in McMurray, PA. Her journey in healthcare and wellness has taken her across the country, hiking in Hawaii, exploring San Francisco, embracing New York City's fast pace, and now empowering her local community through strength, movement, and connection. A wife and proud mom of three athletic sons, she is passionate about nurturing strength in body, mind, and community. JackHammer Fit isn't just about workouts. It's about belonging, empowerment, and showing up for yourself day after day. Please welcome our friend and winner of Sister Sessions Listener to Guest Contest, Tammy Prendergast-Stocker.
Yay! Well written. Thank you very much.
Yes, we are so excited to have you, Tammy. When I saw your name and I saw your entry, I was just like, oh my God, I was so excited. Because I knew the energy that you were going to bring was going to be so fun.
Well, I literally wrote into you and I was like, you just have to pick me. I mean, we've been friends. I've known you guys. You've known my sister forever. I mean, I feel like we've grown up together. We've been friends on Facebook forever. I was like, you just have to pick me. That's it.
Yes. So for those of you who are listening, we have our path with Tammy is crossed through dance class. We went to a local dance class called Rosalind Kenneth Dance Studios. And there we met and grew up together.
Yes, we did. Me, you two, me and my sister. And yeah, we had fun.
Yeah, it was good stuff. And I will say that we have definitely, as adults, we've all parted ways and done our own things. So this is exciting to kind of get on here and talk about your journey now and what you've been doing with your life. I mean, following you on Facebook, I was telling Jen, I've been very inspired by you and what you do. You seem like a star in your community.
Well, I don't know about a star, but it's been fun. It's after I was a traveling nurse and Chris and I got married. In fact, Chris and I dated when I was in nursing school. And then I traveled and I came home and then we met up again when I was in Market Square. And I made the mistake and I was like, oh, we hooked up again in Market District. Where your brain takes you.
For those of you who don't live in Pittsburgh, that's a grocery store.
The grocery store, and so Market Square is where people would go and party because that's where restaurants are. And now, 20 years later, it's your brain goes to the grocery store because that's like. But we kind of reconnected, and then a year and a half later, I was a nurse in UPMC, and we got married, and we started having kids, and then he was traveling with his job, like he was out on the road, and I was home, and we had a family, and I was like, I love you so much, but like I can't stay home with these babies. Like I feel like I need to do more. I was traveling, and so I was like, I'm a nurse. I work out all the time. I need to do more. And then, so I became a fitness instructor and I was working at a wellness center and then our local rec center. I started a Mommy and Me program and doors just kept opening. And then I was hired to be literally less than a mile from our home, a cycle place opened up. And so I worked there and I loved it so much and it was going to close down. And I said, I'm buying it. And so I went into business with two other women and we opened up this place and we changed it. And so every time, like, it was just like another door just kept opening. And here I am. And that was in 2015. So it's been 10 years now. And then COVID came and then I needed to shut that down. And then I've been on my own since then. And a new business model had to happen because fitness changed. People bought Pelotons. It was just a whole new different way, new whole philosophy. A mission statement had to be created. So I had to change it. So I did.
Yeah, I think that was really inspiring watching you make your way through all the COVID challenges. Go ahead, Jenny.
Well, that just, to me, that sounds like you really listen to your heart, your intuition. You are in a flow state. When you do those kinds of things that you just said, you have to be listening. You have to be really paying attention to what your higher calling is. And do you agree with that? Do you feel that that's part of how you've survived and thrived?
Yeah. Well, and you too, right? Because you have a business, right? You had a business and things had to change. Being a wife and a mom of three kids and watching what schools had to do, like you, as a person, I had to evolve. As a mom and a wife, I had to evolve. And then as a business owner, I had to change. And then, people were asking me, oh, I need to cycle. I need to work out. I want a personal trainer. Everyone's mind shift changed. And so I had to change in all of my roles outside of the business. And then the business had to change. And then I was on my own. I chose to be by myself without a business partner. And my clients wanted me to figure something out. So I wasn't sure even if I was going to start something back up again. I was kind of like in this, what do I do? And I did it. Like my husband and I walked by ourselves every hour during COVID and we would talk through this and what do I do? And is it right? It was hard. And here I am 5 years later and kicking ass. And it wasn't just me. I had to bring on people to help me do this. And right now I have 10 employees and they're my friends. And I couldn't have done this without them. I have to give all the credit of the success of JackHammer Fit to the people that have literally, they've come to me. A higher power has brought these people to me and they think and do and believe everything that I believe. And it has worked out. JackHammer Fit is more than just a place where you come and you work out. It is literally where people stay and have coffee and have drinks after workout. And it's just different. It's a smaller studio. It's a studio that's, no class goes over 12 or 13 people. People know people. They go to parties together. We have baby showers. They have weddings. People are inviting. It's just a different type of coexistence. So yes, I needed to shift. People needed to make a shift and it's worked out.
To me is the future, Tammy. We are going to be working more closely with our community, within our community, because of shifts that are happening globally and consciously on this planet. And we crave community. We need each other desperately. You have built this mini empire of gathering people for health and well-being. And then there's this deep bond that if you need someone, you know where to go. And that's to me everything, right? So I'm really happy for you and your community that you've done this for the community and yourself. COVID was a very difficult time for everyone in so many different aspects. And on the other side of it, as I think most of us can see, how it has shaped our future and has changed us in ways that we could have never done without something dramatic like that happening. Unfortunately, we learn a lot through suffering, and that's just the way this goes sometimes. And when we can come through that suffering in more light and more expansion, then we know we've done the right thing. Because we always have the choice of contracting or expanding in anything we do, in anything that happens, I should say, right? That opportunity, right, is how are we going to face this? How are we going to handle this? And you clearly put your whole heart and soul into this. You have to in a business. I've had many businesses, and you live and die by it. And you just do everything you possibly can. And I don't know how you do it, honestly, with balancing 3 children, because I don't have children. And I still it takes every ounce of energy. So kudos to you for doing it in that regard with that. Or do you still practice nursing at all?
I don't. I mean, I have an active license because someday I told my husband when these kids go to college, we're going back to traveling nurse and we are going to go see the world again because that was a great opportunity. That was the best time of my life. I mean, it was amazing. But no, I keep my license because I think it's something I need to have. I have to keep up my CEUs and educate, and so it's something that. And taking that NCLEX again, I will never do that again. So I need to keep on top of that.
Yeah, yeah. My husband's a nurse, a registered nurse. Yeah.
It's easier to keep up with the CEUs.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's awesome. So, Susie, you want to ask a question?
Oh, yeah. I was just going to mention that throughout COVID, through lockdown, you did classes online for people, correct?
I did classes online because we needed to finish up. We try to keep moving on the other business, my other business. We had to do that, and then I had the boys and me. We were doing stuff on like my personal Facebook page. I just had them working out. Like we had just moved into the house, my new house, August of 19, and then COVID had hit. So I had a little bit more space. We were doing basketball outside. I was doing workouts with them outside just to keep them moving.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we were doing online workouts because I didn't know at the time we were going to be closing. So, we were kind of just figuring it out at the time with my other studio.
Yeah. Which was inspiring. I saw that, and that inspired a lot of people to, keep moving, because movement is healing, right? And through that time, everyone was, like, people's minds were everywhere, And so if you could just keep your body moving and not just sit down on your couch and just.
Well, my sister and I had a dance couple. We had a dance off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had a dance off. We were doing back and forth. I would send her on Facebook on her private page. I would send her a dance off, and then she would send one back to me. It was a competition, and then our friends would vote on us, like who won. I think she ended up winning. Yeah, I would send her I would send her some dance moves, and I was like, "You're on," and then she would send something back to me. Yeah, it was.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, and then our friends would vote. I'm like, "Who won?" And I think she ended up winning.
Oh, that's so cute.
She has a little hip thrust. She's those Seton girls.
My God.
How is your sister? How is she a
She's
part
fantastic. She's
your
fantastic.
business?
No, she has her own business. She's an entrepreneur too. She owns a salon boss in Bridgeville. She was a traveling hairstylist. She went to people's homes and did hair. She would do hair for everyone that couldn't get to the salon. And then she finally was like, I can't do this anymore. So she opened up her own business. So of course, she opened up a salon boss in Bridgeville, and she has 4 or 5 employees, and her business is successful too.
Wonderful.
Wow, that is so awesome.
So where do you get these inspirations from? Were your parents entrepreneurs,
No,
or
they weren't. No, they weren't.
was
But
inherent?
obviously, they put something, instilled something into us because here we are. Both of us. She's a mom of 2 boys. Her and I both wanted to be dance moms. Could you see us as dance moms? We would be beating up the other moms in the back. Our daughter gets the lead and, tearing down the curtains for our girls. But no, the higher power gave us all boys so that shit didn't happen.
You were saved.
Yeah. So they gave us all boys, and her kids, play football, and they're all hockey. And my kids are other sports, baseball, wrestling, football.
Okay, so my question, you clearly have your plate full. That's an understatement. What do you do for self-care? What do you do for you?
I go to bed by 9:00. I'm in bed. I sleep. I mean, well, this week, I'm going away with a girlfriend. I try to find my time. I get my massages. I rest. I am on the go. I am on the go all the time. If I'm not planning something for the studio, I'm not planning workouts. I'm not emailing, keeping up with the studio or my kids or my husband or, it's funny. Sometimes my kids are like, Mom, there's no food in this house. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot to order groceries. Darn, I got to get on that. Shit, I'm sorry. I forgot about that. I missed that checkbox. But, I'll sit outside with my mom. We have a pool in the backyard. So the boys will come over and I will literally just go outside and relax and sit. Like I find little pockets of time.
So you do find time for self-care.
I do find time. I'm getting much better now that I'm getting older. Or my husband will be like, you need to get away from the computer. Like it's time. You're done. Like he can sometimes see me, but like you need to back off. Or there's just times that I have to like shut it down. Like my eyes are too much on the computer and I'll be like, I'm going outside to sit. Or my last client leaves in the evening and I will put on relaxing music and I will just go sit at the pool and grab a glass of wine and I just sit outside and I think. I go for a walk. I put my weighted vest on. I go for a walk. I find pockets of time. I mean, I make the time, but sometimes it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even just sitting at a baseball game and just watching the boys play and not being on my phone is still being in the present. That's what I have been working on, is just being in the present and not picking up the phone to check on emails, check on clients' needs, even though they're important to me, but just in that moment.
Boundaries are so incredibly important, especially when you have your own business or even when you don't, because always they're important. It's harder, I want to say, when you're really deep in your own business, or even if you work. A lot of corporate people who work for corporate have a hard time getting away from their technology. It's crucial because if we don't, then we lose ourselves and we do
Right.
not live in present moment. And it's so vital.
Yeah, I know. And I agree with you, Jenny, but like our business too, like with your clients, right? Because you have your clients,
Mm-hmm.
but like our business is like a little bit is different than like the corporate world, because even though like we charge our clients, right? But like our business is so different because we chose this because we're passionate, truly passionate about people and their health and their and like I love my clients. There are times where I get pissed off I get mad at them, or they tick me off, or I'm mad, or I get aggravated. They'll even say, oh boy, here's a man, she's in a mood. And they know they're going to get their butts kicked in a workout, right? Like, but like we chose this because we truly, truly care about clients. So it's hard for them when they text us at 9 o'clock and they ask us a question and not respond. It's really hard.
I totally get that. I'm open with my clients too, in terms of, anytime you need anything, you just text me, anything and people do. And I love it. We're here to serve. That's what
Right.
we're here for. Right. And so, yes. And boundaries, and they understand, and they know that you need to fill yourself up too, because you have to practice what you preach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like, yes, text me, but like, don't, but
yeah.
Yes, text me, but like, no, not to text me at 10:30 at night. But you do you answer? It's kind of like,
Yeah. It is a little
sometimes
challenging.
it's really hard. Sometimes it's really hard, but you want to.
Yeah. So do you or don't you answer?
I do.
You
I
do.
do. I do.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'm mad at them. Like I get mad. Like I'm like, it's late. Don't. But here's your answer.
Do you say that? Do you
Sometimes I'll be like, it's a little bit late to text, but yes, let me help you out.
Yes.
I love you. Emoji.
Yeah.
But yes, I do. Yes, I do answer, because that's who you are. That's just who you are.
Yeah.
Being that fitness is your life, right? And we can see the benefits that it's given to you. And Jenny and I are both firm believers in healing through movement and moving your body, how important it is for you, your mind, and spiritually. It's so good for you. So, someone listening right now who isn't into fitness and is intimidated by fitness and hasn't found joy in moving their body at this point in their life, but they're now like, wait a minute, these ladies sound really happy with that. And this sounds like, but yet they feel intimidated. Can you give advice?
Yeah, I can. And I just did a little talk with the commissioner of Washington County at my studio, and she asked me the same thing. And I'm also working with the client that We're just starting her journey, literally just starting at the age of 67. Motto that I give those clients is that action comes before motivation. So even if you're not motivated, baby steps, and the more that you do, it's going to cause this domino effect, and it will happen. So, I have a client that literally was just getting very minimum steps because I was like, well, how many steps are you walking in a day? Like, you don't have to come to JackHammer Fit right away to walk through the door. If you're ready for a studio, just walking through the door, everybody inside the studio, clients and instructors, are so welcoming. All you need to do is walk through the door, and I got you from there. I will literally take your hand and I will walk you from there. If you're not ready for the studio right now, then I say just start walking. Get a Fitbit, get some type of step tracker, and just start walking. Get your steps in, get over 5,000 steps, and then every week just add on. The client that I have right now was only getting like 2,000 to 3,000 steps in. We've now started bumping her up. And within a week, we're at 8,000 to 9,000 steps in, and she's literally feeling the difference in her body. We've bumped up her calorie intake because we don't want you to be afraid of food. Food is your fuel. Your body is your Porsche. Your body is your expensive car. You don't put shitty gas in your Porsche. Your body is your expensive car. You feed it with expensive or a good food. You fuel your body. Mm-hmm. This is your Porsche. I'm going to give it good fuel so I can get throughout my day. So if you just start doing a little bit of that action, then the more motivation will come to you. Mm-hmm. And then eventually you'll be ready to go somewhere else, or, to go into the studio. So it's just like, people think, I know this is going to just sound so cliche, but when you get onto Instagram or you go onto Facebook, you see all these hot people and they're hot bods and they're telling you all these great things to do. It's bullcrap. Like you don't need to have the hot bod to start to work out. You just need to move. And once you start moving, you're going to feel great. So and that's all it is. Action before motivation. And the more action you do, the more motivated you're going to get. And the more motivated that you get, the more movement you're going to do, and you're going to feel better. And that's how easy it is.
Yeah. And let's start focusing on strength versus skinny, right? Like the skinny is not doing anything for us. It's being a strong person.
Right.
That's where the health and longevity come in. Am I right? You're the expert.
Yeah. It's stronger over skinny. And I am an advocate of both cardio and strength, not just strength training. And there's a lot of talk right now about it. And there are more people probably that are a lot more educated than I, and they want to do strength training, and they're talking lots of talk. But as a nurse and in the medical world, I also believe in the cardio, because your heart is your most important muscle in your body, and you need to challenge your heart. It needs to pump. Your cardiac overload, you need to pump your heart. It needs to be challenged, and you need to do that. And I believe, and my body responds well to a lot of cardio. So I think you need to find what works for you and your body, but you need the strength training. Your body needs to have that overload on it. My clients right now, my personal training clients, which I'm personal training 15 clients right now, on top of teaching 5 at the studio, you need to be able to carry 75% of your body weight. So we are holding on to 35-pound plates, 2 45-pound plates, and walking for a minute up the hill, taking a break and walking a minute down the hill. And that is helping your grip strength. So as you get older, you're able to turn the pickle jar, open your salsa jar. So when you're sitting, later in life, when you're all by yourself, you don't have to wait for someone to enjoy your salsa and your chips.
I literally think about that sometimes, Tammy. I'm like, I gotta be able to open these.
I love pickles. I want to be able to open up my pickle jar when I'm older, when I'm sitting by myself. Your bones need that, so that you don't fall into osteoporosis and have arthritis. You want that overload on your bones. So yes, you need to strength train.
I love that this is what we're talking about in our 50s versus like when we were in our 20s and how perfect we wanted our bodies to be. Now we're worried about pickle jars.
These are the important things in life. Pickles.
Exactly. Not how cute
I
you look in the bikini.
I just read that one of the good things to do as you get older is never sit down to put on your socks. Stand up and force yourself to balance to put your socks on and continue to do that.
That's
That actually makes like apparently there's some study about it that it helps you.
well, I'm sure well, that's all core. I mean, your stability is from your core.
So now I'm like putting on my socks.
You know, yesterday,
Well,
yesterday I had two clients. We were doing tricep kickbacks, and I had them the same arm and the same leg. The leg was lifted while they were doing their their tricep kickbacks, and one leg was up. And I started calling them a flamingo, and I was like, "You are the worst looking flamingo I have ever seen." And they were like, "What is this even working?" I'm like, "It's working your stability. You're getting core workout while you're doing your tricep kickback." I didn't do this with my clients today, but yeah, yesterday we were doing that with my clients.
yes.
You're getting your core. So maybe I need to pull out some old socks, and maybe we can do that next time I'm personal training.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tammy, I was a trainer for 15 years or more. And yoga, I've been a yoga teacher for 20 years, and I always incorporated yoga with weight training and balancing and doing these multiple functional things at the same time because you're getting so much at once, right? And it's so effective, and it doesn't have to be extremely hardcore. It's hardcore, but it's subtly hardcore. You know what I mean? It's not the hit. It's not those are fine, but the balance with the strength training and the like doing two different things at the same time is so good for the brain too. It's amazing how creative you can be. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like more of this functional, like,
Yes.
and like transitioning your activities of daily living into your workouts, but you're adding now weights. Whenever you're doing these one-legged pistol squats or these one-legged weight training, but you're like, okay, well, how am I going to use these? Well, this is going to be later in life when you're picking up your grocery bags. It has 2 gallons of milk. But right now, at the age of 50 or 30, you don't think that it's super heavy. But when you're 75 or 80 and you're a little bit weaker than what you are right now, it's not going to be because you're lifting this much weight right now. Right? Like it's just, and like I say to my clients, like you are training and you're lifting and you're not only doing it for your stronger todays, but you're getting stronger for your tomorrows. And we don't think like that. I didn't think like that when I was 20 doing my jump boxes or my box jumps. I didn't think about what I was going to be like when I was 50. And now that I'm 50, I'm like, oh my God. Like, what am I going to be like when I'm 70? Am I going to be going to my son's football games and I'm going to need that elevator to get to his games at the high school or college? Like, shit, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that mom or that grandma. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Something tells me you won't be.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, but I mean,
Yeah. Every day, you got to do something to help that.
Something a little bit,
I have a question about how you have, in helping all these people all these years, like being a pillar of this in your community. Is there what have you learned about yourself? What has transformed you from helping others?
That's a tough question. You needed to email me that one. What has transformed me?
Yeah. How have you changed over the years doing the work that you do? I mean, I see how much my work with people has helped me. Like I've learned so much through the work I do with others. And, we're mirrors. We always see ourselves through other people. We just can't help that, right? Because our consciousness reflects out who we really are and comes back to us through people, right? Through other souls, because we are connected. We're one unity of consciousness that are fractals from the divine source. And people are attracted to us, that when we're attracted to others who we need to learn from or teach someone something. It's all this divine community that we're here to help each other to grow and elevate our consciousness. So, and maybe there's nothing that comes to mind for you now, but I maybe, even give you a little bit of like, think about that, because maybe there isn't anything that stands out in the moment, but
Well, maybe I can even
haven't been transformed by.
correct, or maybe even like more on a simpler note, we know what you give your clients. It's obvious. I mean, you're giving it to our listeners right now. You're extremely inspiring. You're super motivated. It obviously is just natural for you. You can see that. What do your clients give to you?
Oh my God, so much. I love it. I mean, I was just, when I was looking back at my interview with the commissioner, like I had told her what I love most about it is when I'm not even teaching the class. Okay. And one of my instructors is teaching the class, and I walk in and the studio is full, and they're all like having fun, and they're working out and they're giggling, and my instructor's teaching bar and they're moving, and they're just loving it and kicking their legs and giggling, and I walk in and I see that. It is like the most amazing feeling. Like I could cry. And it is like, this is my space. That's my instructor who I love and she loves me. These are my clients that this instructor has allowed these people to continually come on this night at this time to work out with her. And somehow I've brought all these people together. And it's like, well, shit, I did this. It's just like, I don't, guys, it's just this amazing feeling. And I, like I said, it's not like I did it. I did it with them, but it's just a very warm, amazing accomplishment that I'm proud of, and I'm proud that my team and I have done it together. And it's just remarkable. And how it's changed me, actually, besides my family and of course my husband, because he's like my yin to my crazy yang, it's calmed me. I'm able to see the world differently because I think traveling, being a nurse, life is crazy. And I think that I can react differently to different circumstances now. I can stop, I can pause. It's, I mean, I'm still crazy, but I think that I am more understanding of people's needs and where they're coming from. It's not just one-sided. I think growing up and where we've come from, where we grew up, we think that that's the world, and really, like, people come from much different backgrounds than what we grew up from.
Mm-hmm.
And it's allowed me to see that there's so much other things that people, backgrounds and issues that people come from and that I don't understand. So I think maybe I'm a little bit more understanding, and it's changed me from that. Not everybody is as fortunate as what we are.
Well, there's the answer, Tammy, to my question. Perfect. Yeah. That's amazing. That's what it's all about. Transformation on all levels.
Yeah. And I still give a kick-ass workout. Don't get me wrong. I'm still crazy. I can still be, I'm still that KO girl way down deep inside. Don't you get me wrong.
Yeah. You're there. And there's layers of us, right? We have layers.
Yeah.
We're not one-dimensional beings. We are
Yeah.
multidimensional. So you have that part of you. Yeah. And then you have a calm part of you, and you have the mom part of you, and you have the wife part of you, and you have the female part of you. You have the masculine part of you. You have the, I mean, it's like boom and boom, like so many layers of us. And we get to tap into each layer depending on what's needed at the moment, in the moment. And when we have that kind of, what I see it as a lot of self-control, right? That you know yourself, you know your energy, you know what you need to bring to the table on any given moment and how to show up. That's wisdom, right? Hopefully with age, as we continue to age, hopefully that wisdom expands.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so beautiful.
It is. You are. I mean, honestly, so inspiring. Like, I knew that you were going to bring it today, and you have brought it even more than I was expecting, which is, I was expecting.
So I'd love for you if you you gave some really great, like, an advice and really advice on somebody who's just getting started. Like, just start walking, just start tracking. What about that person is so afraid of the judgment because there's this judgment, like, what if they are walking and they're doing things, but the judgment they might feel to walk into a studio like yours, like, oh, well, I don't know if I am fit enough, or, I am in pretty okay shape, but should I be in better shape? Or how do you coach
Or
someone?
what if I can't make it through a workout because I'm not in that greatest shape and I can't make it through a workout? What do you say to someone who's like, I know I'm gonna be so embarrassed because I'm not gonna be able to make it through?
Well, that's a discussion. I mean, that's a phone call that we have, because sometimes that's just a mental block that we have to find out why.
Of course.
We have to find out why. And I have had clients that have done that. We've literally had a couple of personal training client sessions to get over that why. And now they're just at the studio and working out nonstop and super happy. And we just have to find the why.
Yes. So what you also do is counsel people.
Yeah.
Because personal training is not just personal training, it's counseling.
Yeah.
Hence why I went to graduate school, because I was counseling everybody.
It's a therapy session.
It really is.
Which I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind. I've had a lot of talks with a lot of clients, and but they end up turning into being members at the studio, and that's what they've needed. And I actually had one client that wasn't a member at all. She made a post on Facebook that I knew that something was happening. I didn't know what, but it was just a very odd post. And I messaged her through Messenger, and I said, I don't know what's happening. Something is going on, and you need some female support, and JackHammer Fit has that. Why don't you come to yoga class or my 9:15 spin class, even though you're afraid of cycling, and then stay after for some coffee talk, and you're going to see what happens at the studio post class, and just come and hang out with us. And so she came for class. She hates spin. Came for class, stayed after, hung out with us. We make a pot of coffee, most of us. I clean up while the girls stay and chit chat. And she stayed and she loved it. And then came back the following week, then did yoga, loved it. And then she messaged me and was like, this is what I've been missing and this is what I need in my life. I still don't know what the problem was. I still don't know what the issue was. But that is what she needed in her life, was some other female support. And now she gets it. She bought spin shoes, and she's a member.
Well, you've really created a safe space for all of these women.
Yeah. So like so those kind of people, whether they post it or they just need it. And on my website, or if you like Google it, there's a little link, or they just call me and I just tell them. Sometimes on my contact form on the website, people will message me and just say, I want to start. I don't know where. And then I'll just say, well, let's make a time to chit chat and figure it out. And we'll make that phone call. And then I kind of give them a direction on what class after they tell me what they've been doing, if anything. And if they need just a one-on-one time with me, they'll schedule a personal training session. We'll do that, get them uncomfortable with movement. And then I'll say, okay, maybe you should try ABCD class. And then they'll go there. And that's how it works. But usually when clients have that, something has happened to them, or maybe they've joined another gym, or they were at another gym where they didn't feel welcome, and that has stuck in their brain.
Yes.
And that's how they feel that all gyms are, and that's not how it is.
Yes. Very good point to bring up. Yep.
So with that woman on Facebook,
Mhm.
who used your intuition, you knew there was something that was going on, and you provided her with a solution that she actually followed through with, which is so beautiful. That's really tapping in, Tammy. I always come from the lens of spirituality, and like, I can't not, it's just my nature. And so what I'm seeing is that you're really tapping into your highest self to connect with these people that you can just sense that need what you can provide. That's a gift. That's beautiful.
Well, thank you. I mean, it was an odd post, and I was like, I don't know what's happening, but why don't you just come in, because you need us. And here she is, and she's like, why have I not been here? I'm like, I don't know. Can't answer that.
It was perfect timing, Yeah. That's beautiful. Wow. So go ahead, Suze.
No, I mean, I know this is silly, but I am going to take it even one step further. You've got the person, you got them in the door. They're new, right? Maybe they don't live in Pittsburgh. Maybe they're going to do this in another city. So they don't have you there to, help them through mentally, physically, all that stuff. And they go do this hard workout and they can't move the next morning. Because their bodies hurt so bad, like they've never in years felt. And they're like, I can't do this anymore. This isn't good for me. My body is in pain now. This hurts and that hurts. Can you explain that process to everyone?
No, this is after working out with me or just in general?
In general, for like newbies.
Well,
they hit a workout class for the first time.
Well, that means they need more of it.
That's where I'm hoping you're going.
Yeah,
so that they don't give up, right?
They need more of it, but as long as they're not hurt, and it's just muscle soreness, if that's what we're talking about, just muscle soreness, and they worked out correctly. Let's be specific here.
Yeah,
worked out correctly with the certified trainer, and it's literally just muscle pain.
Mm-hmm.
Then they need to hydrate, make sure they've gotten their protein in, and they're not laying in bed that day. They need to walk. They need to move. That's not an excuse. And they'll need to continue to work out. That means that their body's just in shock because they haven't moved and they need to continue to move. Yeah. So I recommend, there's like three strength days, 2 cardio days if they're not mixed, and a rest day and a active rest day. So that's either a yoga day that they're moving. So every day there should be something planned. Always. So yes, that new person needs to be moving that day. That's not a day off just because they're hurting. They should be walking and increase their protein. My clients, when they leave me, they should be working out within 35 to 40 minutes, 25 to 30 grams of protein when they leave me with the healthy fat.
Fantastic.
So do you help them with their diet also?
Yeah, well, I'm not a nutritionist, so I don't I just kind of guide them, but I do have one that I work with. So if they want something more than what I can provide, that I send them to her, and she gives JackHammer Fit clients a discount to work with.
Oh, excellent.
I just give them general, like what they should be doing to maintain like healthy nutrition post workouts.
That's great.
That is so awesome.
I mean, I network with a lot of people that are in Peters Township. I mean, I'm in a networking group that we all refer to and send our clients to each other. I also refer clients, I work with other small businesses. JackHammer Fit works with other small businesses constantly. Like next week, I'm working with 2. We're doing Christmas in July. So there'll be specials at the studio. But my girlfriend owns a clothing boutique. Plus there's also a juice place. They're both going to be coming to the studio to have like a Christmas in July. So we're constantly networking and sending our clients to other small businesses in the community.
Yes, that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah,
community-based, helping each other, growing small businesses.
Yeah, you have to grow small businesses in the community. I mean, that was one thing, even before COVID, we did this, but post-COVID, it was definitely essential. It was definitely essential. You have to do it. I mean, now's the most important time, because right now owning a small business is very tough, but you have to continue to do it to survive.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And
on top of that, I think it also helps, like for me, my thought process on it is it also helps keep it simple for your client. Like it also makes it easy for my clients. Like how am I going to make it easier for my clients to work out, get their protein, shop, make life easy? Because life is not easy, and I'm asking them to come to me to work out. So how else can I make it simplified for them? I got coffee that's free. Now I'm going to give them their protein. I'm going to give the ladies somewhere to shop. So that helps me. It helps my other 2 friends that own businesses, and it made it easy on my moms and the people that have to leave the studio to go to work. So it's all done. It's right here for you. You don't have to go anywhere else. I can't make it any easier.
That's so
fantastic. Good. It really is. It really is. You're like rock star.
I don't know. I mean, I try. And then I get all this stuff from different advertisers too. So I have a whole basket of freebies up front. I mean, these girls are like, well, what else is coming? I'm like, I don't know. I got to wait till I get it. But I've got hairspray, oatmeal, electrolytes, vitamins. I got sleeping pills. It is crazy the shit that I get. But it's so fun. They're like, when's the next thing coming? I'm like, I don't know. I think I got lipstick. Yves Saint Laurent lipstick. I got.
Ooh.
Girl, I get it all.
Oh my gosh, it's lovely.
Yeah, it's all fun.
If you could give every woman and man, who's listening, but I think women right now need more empowerment to some degree. Feminine energy is rising, as we know. If you could give the women one reminder of her worth or her power, like what would you say to motivate her?
Into anything? Any regards with anything?
Mm-hmm. Just an overall, like a reminder about her worth.
God, there's so many things I could tell you. I mean, if we had 3 hours, I could sit here and tell you everything. My first one is this. You have first one. Okay, I got a lot.
Let's hear it, girl.
This is one thing that I tell my girls when we're personal training, because they all come to me in different shapes and sizes, and all different ages. You have to embrace and love the body that you have. Okay, that is one. I know that we all want to work out, but we're working out to make our body strong. We're not working out to make our body skinny. Accept what you have. I have fat pads right here. I had 3 babies. I was 200 pounds with each child, and I had to have them C-sections because they were all 10 pounds. And my right leg has a cellulite patch that's still this big. It's been there since I was 14. I have learned to embrace it. It is a part of me. No matter how much I work out, that shit ain't going anywhere. It is a part of me. I love it. Why? Because it's me, and I have 3 beautiful children. It's me. So you have to embrace and love your body. Please stop looking at all of the people that are on social media telling you to do and take and this and all of that stuff, because some of it doesn't work, okay? Taking a pill that is sold on social media or TikTok is not going to work, so please stay away from it unless it is prescribed to you from a physician. That stuff is dangerous. That is that. My third one is that you have to, let me get up. You have to love you, because if you don't love you, nobody else is. Nobody. If you don't love you, nobody is. And if you don't have the confidence that you want at this moment, then you need to learn how to pretend to have that confidence. Just pretend. Pretend to have the confidence. And I've kind of learned that by listening to Mel Robbins, and you may not like that person, but I love her. Just pretend. Just pretend until you start building up that confidence, and eventually you are going to have confidence. But if you don't have it and you don't love it, nobody else is going to. I'm going to stop there because I could keep going.
Amen.
That's
so
awesome. Yes.
That's the most important thing to me too, Tammy. Like, love yourself. Accept yourself. This is such a gift, this body. And this isn't actually who you really are. It's just a suit you're wearing for this human life. But you are so much more than this body even. But you need to nurture it and love it and take care of it and be great to it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you hate it, then it's not going to do anything for you, right? It's not going to do anything for you.
Well, one of the things that we know scientifically, right, is that we have a lot of water in our bodies. Like, I can't remember the percentage, but it's a huge amount of liquid in our body. And we know, based on all this science research, right, the research about water and how if you are in plant, I mean, water is alive, just like every cell in our body is alive, right? And if we put, the messages of water, which has been around for years and years. Emoto is his last name, a doctor who did this great research on water. He put all this water from the same source, right, in these containers, put love on some and positive words on some, negative words on others. The negative words with the water in the same controlled temperature area got moldy. the water that was hate and fear and, these negative downward pulling words, it's all energy patterns. So if you're saying bad things to the water, it is affected by it. We can see it. The positive words on the water it was beautiful. It was shimmering, crystalline, gorgeous water, healthy water. It's the same thing here. So if we're talking negative about ourselves and saying, I hate my body, I hate this, and why is this, and this isn't good, and this is, you are pulling it down into this low vibration, this low frequency, and you're telling it it's bad, so it believes it's bad, and it's going to act badly towards you.
Mm-hmm.
It's so powerful. So I love that you said just pretend, right? Just pretend that you're confident. Pretend that you love your body. Look at it every day and say, thank you, body. I'm so glad I have this cellulite.
100%. You have to talk to yourself. You have to talk to yourself. And I think too that a big part of all of this is with, you're talking about social media and all that stuff, is on and off, not comparing yourself to anyone else. You will either become jealous or you'll become vain. Like, man, I look better than she does. Or, oh my God, why don't I look like her? Look at her this and look at her that. And she's perfect. You are wasting so much time and energy.
Right.
And you're just taking it away from yourself. And that's been my biggest thing is comparison. It's so unhealthy. Just stop and just love yourself because you're one and only.
Yep. I know. And just in wasting your time and like energy, whatever. And the other thing about wasting time and energy, it was talking about Mel Robbins. We were talking about, going to sleep at night. And one of my biggest things is I get hooked on TikTok, and at nighttime laying in bed, I'll swipe and I just keep swiping and I keep swiping. And Mel Robbins was saying, don't do that, because like you are literally, you may think that it's you time, but it's really, you are giving your energy to TikTok. Stop doing that. Put your phone down and charge it in another room. And I was like, I do that. Like, I think that that's you time, and it's not you time. You're giving yourself away to somebody and something else. And I was like, oh my God, I have to stop that. I have to stop that. And then I shared that with my clients. Like, I was like, we have to stop that. Like, we are giving ourselves to somebody else. And then that's when we go to sleep and we got all these other thoughts that are coming through. Mm-hmm. All these other people like have their control upon us. I'm like, I do that. Gotta stop the energy process like that.
Well, yeah, well, that's a really good point too, is that what I love you're saying is that, we're continuously learning and growing. Like, you caught yourself, you heard that, you identified with it, and you were like, no, I don't want to do that. And I'm going to now make the effort to learn and grow from that as well. So it's a continuous, we're all around the same age at this age, and continuously wanting to learn and grow, and not just,
right. You have to keep yourself in doing that. So when I see like influencers and working out and doing stuff, I'm like, God, she's beautiful. She's got a great body, but let me watch the workout. Let me look at the workout. Do I like it? Is it going to better me? Can I use some of those tips? Is it going to work out for my people? I'm not looking at the body. I'm not comparing my body. I just want to see if they're doing something that I can use. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the body. I'm not getting that body. I'm not getting the body. And if there was surgery involved, I don't have time. I got downtime. These girls aren't coming up. That shit's going back there. I mean, it is. I don't have the time. So I want to look at the workout. Is it going to work for me? Is it going to work for my clients? We're going to go from there. But that's what I'm looking at.
So if you use TikTok in that way, right, or one of those things in a very specific, intentional way for a certain amount of time, then it's really, you're looking at it from a business standpoint, right? And it's not the comparison and the personal thing. However, I completely agree with Mel Robbins and you of like, not at night before you're going to bed and thinking it's you time, because it's not, right? If you're in your office and you're like, you know what, I'm going to spend 10 minutes looking at some videos and get some ideas, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that's not when I watch it. I watch it at nighttime when I want to like look at stupid stuff, or like I'm on the Caitlin Clark bandwagon. Like, I totally love her, and then I get like all hooked up when people are saying, people are doing. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, I gotta put
think it's just to know that there's a time and a place, because I'm gonna be the defense on the entertainment aspect of it, right? I truly, I'm not on TikTok. I never was. That's something, but it's a form of entertainment, right?
Totally is.
So, so just
15, 30
knowing there's a time and a place for entertainment in your life. And it's like Mel Robbins said, let's not do it every night before we go to bed. That's probably not the time and place. But just to defend like people being like, oh my God, I should get off TikTok. That's not what we're saying.
No. It's just
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
It's just then. It's
Right, right, right.
right then. Like, that's not the time to be doing it, because that's the time when you want your brain to, like, you need to calm down. It's time for bed. I'm just saying, like, when we were talking about energy and where your energy should be going,
Yeah.
that's not where your energy at that time should be focused.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that energy shift and knowing when to use it, knowing when to hold it, knowing when to fold it. And that is when you fold it and you go to bed.
Yeah.
I love learning new things like that and like making changes, new changes. I do. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. We did one at the studio too about like going to bed, like learning how, like the 5 steps for a better night's sleep. And I took it from Mel Robbins. And then she actually had like Dr. Vonda Smith on there from UPMC. It was talking about working out, was talking about strength training, putting that strain on your bones and why it was so important. And I posted on the Facebook page, my clients needed to listen to it and listen to the importance. And if you didn't come to the studio and you didn't strength train, it was the importance of why you needed to start. Because we are getting older and you need to strength train. And listen to this. This is from a doctor from UPMC telling you why. You need to make the shift. Like, it's not too late. You need to do it now.
Mhm.
There are so many people out there that are not working out and are just like, I'm too busy.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not too busy, because when you're in a hospital bed with a broken hip and you're all curled up at the bottom and screaming in pain, and it was a story about a woman. It was like, why is this happening to me? And Vonda Smith was like, it's happening because you were too busy taking care of everybody else. You were not taking care of yourself. And now your heart is too weak for medication. Your body is too weak for me to put you into surgery. And you're laying here in pain. And she was like, and it was the worst thing that you can ever tell somebody that is laying there in pain.
Well, yeah, you can't go back in time and change it.
No. So it's like you're trying to help someone understand that now, like, and the importance of doing it. Like, my mom is in her mid-70s. She's swimming. She's working out. She spins once a week at my studio with another instructor because she thinks I'm, batshit crazy on the bike. She can't swear at me in class, so she goes with somebody else. So how important it is to work out.
Yeah, and we are focusing on, which makes sense, but we are focusing on like it's never too late, right? But let's not forget to the people that are listening that are younger, start young, because the younger the better. It's never too late, but the younger the better. And muscle memory, man, is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think us meeting and how we met is like allowed us to be, confident in who we are like today. I mean, dance may not have been like our full future, like Rochelle, but I mean, I think that it brought us not only together, but the confidence on who we are and the way we carry ourselves, the way we think. And, we may not have had the confidence in who we are today if we weren't up there with our full-fledged makeup and our leotards shaking our thing. And, if we didn't do it at a younger age, right? I mean,
oh yeah,
yes.
Who
I
knows?
couldn't agree more. Yeah, it definitely gives so much confidence and that it takes away any fear of stage fright and all of the things, all kinds of things. It's such a gift to have grown up moving your body in that way.
Right.
Because then you just never stop. You just don't, you crave it. Just like, you're telling your new clients that these people who've never really moved their bodies, like, motivation comes after action, right? So you start moving a little bit and then you want to do it more because you feel good. And there is result quick. There really are. The result is quick. Not maybe your body doesn't change quickly, but your energy changes. and the motivation increases. And it's the whole law, Newton's law, right? What is in motion wants to stay in motion. So we were like, okay, we got to keep moving. And once you formulate that, and ideally, yes, at the youngest age you can, we just continue it. You don't even think about it. You're like, well, I have to put this in my life. There's no other alternative.
Right.
That, and of course, meditation.
I always do get there, listeners. I was going there for Jenny. The big question, Tammy Prendergast-Stocker, do you meditate?
Nope.
Because Jenny wants to know.
No, I don't, and I probably need to.
Everyone does. For my motto was for so long in my 20s and early 30s, don't give me an excuse you can't work out. Everybody has 30 minutes. You can do it. Now I'm like, okay, I'm only asking for 10 minutes for meditation. Like how important meditation is for the brain.
I'll tell you that you don't even need 10, like 5. 5 changes my day. It doesn't change my day. It adds to my day. And I do not do it every day. Everyone listening knows that. I have yet to be able to say I daily meditate religiously without question. No, but I do often. And when I do, it adds something special to my day.
Well, the research shows, yes, 5 minutes is better than nothing.
That's what I got.
Hey, whatever. 5 minutes is great. I say 10 because the research shows that 10 is where the brain really is affected physically. The frontal lobes thicken, the gray matter gets stronger, your limbic system slows down, so you literally start to respond and you don't react anymore because the fight, flight, or freeze reactive process slows down, so your amygdala is not as fired. So we don't live in that really lizard brain, we call it, right? The part of the brain that's the least advanced, right? So we start to grow and shift in our brain, but also in our consciousness. And there's just, the list is on and on. I could talk about it forever, but it's vital for the full picture, in my opinion, like the full on overall well-being. And even if you, Tammy, just invited that with your students, 5 minutes, 2 minutes at the end of a class to pause and check in and do a quick body scan even. And I did that when I had a yoga studio. I was like, every teacher needed to bring in meditation at the end of it. Meditation is what yoga is. Yoga is meditation. The whole Western world made it into a physical exercise, which, yes, it is for the body. The poses were developed so that the body can sit in stillness for a long period of time and not be distracted. So yeah, you have to breathe, you have to move, you have to let some energy out of the body so you can sit in a still place for a period of time so you can forget about the body in meditation. Because yoga means to unite, to yoke, which means to unite your individual spark with the greater sense of reality, the source, divine, God, whatever word. And when you take that time to connect with your divine spark, it expands your consciousness and literally lightens up your body, your whole aura, your whole consciousness. And so I would have, everyone needed to do that at the end of every class. It's very difficult. I understand. It's not easy to calm the mind, but it's not about stopping your thoughts. And this is the misnomer that so many people have. My mind's too busy. I can't. No, everyone's mind is busy. Everyone has 20, 30,000 thoughts a day. However, it's all about learning to control your energy. To say, okay, I see the thought. I'm not going to engage in it. I'm just watching. I'm witnessing, I'm observing, and I'm not getting caught and going down a rabbit hole of thinking pattern, but I'm observing what's happening for me. Then you have more control of yourself because you know yourself on a deeper level. You understand, oh, I'm feeling really sad and I didn't even know it because I stopped and paused and I want to cry. Where's that coming from? Or, wow, I'm so negative in my thought. I didn't even realize how negative I'm thinking. You become more aware of what's going on for you. So then you have more control and say, you know what? I don't want to think that way anymore. And if I'm feeling sad, I want to honor, why am I feeling sad? What's going on for me? Let me deal with this. So I can be on my soapbox forever about this, but I would love to give you some some recordings, some tips, anything, Tammy, because if you started
Implementing.
thank you, that's the word I was trying to say. Implementing this into your studio, you're going to see even greater results for people.
Now, is this something that you guys do on your own, or is it guided, or is it just sit?
I personally do on my own, and I do guided affirmations with Joe Dispenza. He has some recordings that I will listen to, but I usually am walking when I do that, so it doesn't and cheating. But when I meditate in private, I it's just on my own. And I think that that's why I can say that it adds to my day, because I feel like I have just checked in with myself, and it's a game changer. That's what it does for me. Like, I'm like, hey, Susie, instead of like, oh, hey, Layla, hey, Duke, like all my kids, I do a hey, Susie first. Like, let's start with me. And then I go. It really does add to my day.
When you say add to my day, what do you mean by add?
It adds a brightness. Feel like I literally feel like I added a brightness to my day, like to myself. Like, I feel more full right out of the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to hear what more you had to
Yeah.
say. Yeah. So I teach meditation, and I have been practicing a certain style of meditation for a long time, many, many years. And it's coming from the Eastern teachings, and it's very, very old. It's 1,000-year-old technique that helps to move I can go into a whole big thing, but we have chakra. Everybody knows the word chakras, right? We have these energy centers that is our part of our energy. It is our energy body, or you call it your soul, that resides along the center of the body. And these wheels of energy are there. And everything that we've ever accumulated over our many lifetimes, this lifetime, is imprinted in there. So we call them vrittis, which are whirlpools of energy. It's like your subconscious, part of your subconscious, right, is where it's like a computer. Everything you've experienced goes into this computer and is stored somewhere, and it informs your life. And a lot of in these whirlpools of energies are blocks. Sometimes they're blocking our light because they're things that we still need to work with. There's energies that we need to release, like sadness, regrets, resentments, fears, name it, all the things. So when we're meditating in this specific way, we're literally moving some of those energies out just by a certain focus and using a mantra. So I do those. I have certain practices that I do. And I have a lot of different recordings of meditations that I give clients and people depending on what they need. But really the goal is to forget about this world, kind of shutting off your senses and going inward and upward, moving your energy in and up to your higher consciousness, to feel literally lighter and more expansive. That's a short answer. Yeah.
I'm manic, so I would need to go up and up and up and up.
But it would really help actually ground you.
I'm sure it would. I totally need it.
I mean, there's not a soul who doesn't really, really want it deep down, because we all know that our divinity lives inside of us. We just get distracted by this world, right? Because we're so focused on the external. But as every great master who walked the earth, including Jesus the Christ, right? Jesus said, the kingdom of God lives within you. It's in here. Meditate. He taught it. We forgot that he taught it.
Boy, I'm gonna.
Boy.
Oh boy.
I know. Do you have any kind of spiritual affinity of any way, in any sort? Do you think about that at all?
Outside of the studio? Yeah.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
Even just within yourself. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything external. Do you?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I do.
That's good.
But I don't do anything meditation or anything like that at the studio. I mean, besides the yoga classes that they take, they do it. And with me, no, because I'm the constant to go. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's so powerful when we bring in that part of our life into our daily life, like that part of life.
Well, it's something I definitely need to think about too, because I think the clients would enjoy it, especially after all the constants that we do.
Right. Just imagine all that movement, all that energy, right? And then you just sit for a couple minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you watch and you observe, like, how's your body feel? How does your breath feel? How does your mind feel? How do you feel emotionally? Because you know how much shifts inside of you when you go through a hard workout.
Right.
And how you feel. I mean, the first step of a yoga practice is the relaxation stage in the way I teach yoga. Or I'm sorry, meditation is relaxation. And in order to get the body relaxed, sometimes we need to go for a walk, go for a run, go work out, go take a yoga class, because that's what that's about, right? Is prepping you for the sit. So it's the best time to meditate after a workout.
I just had this funny thought that Tammy's going to message you in a week and be like, well, Jenny, I asked them all about how they're feeling and how their thoughts are. I have 6 girls crying in my class that drank all the coffee. Now what am I going to do? Can I send them to you?
Yeah, right. Now I need help.
Yeah. Well, girl, we could do some work together there.
Yeah.
I can help you with that.
Seriously.
Take it to the next level.
I need one-on-one first before I can put it on.
We can do it. It's so powerful. Yeah. That's so cool.
Very exciting. Well, I'm going to change the subject if that's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to let's lighten it up and play a little fun game.
Boy. Okay.
This is for you, Tammy. We're going to do 10 rapid fire questions.
Okay.
And it's rapid fire, but if you want to, we can chit chat in between. We can be fun here. Are you ready? Morning workout or evening wind down?
Morning workout.
Favorite pump up song right now?
Super Good, I think it is called. Super Good. I forget the name of it. It's brand new.
Okay. Go-to coffee order or smoothie combo? What's your go-to?
I do black coffee from Crazy Horse. And what was the other one?
Your smoothie combo.
It's a Devotion chocolate, a scoop of PB2, and a quarter of a banana.
If you weren't running JackHammer Fit, you would be...
There's a couple of answers there, because I'm so tired. I could be a stay-at-home mom on the couch eating bonbons and watching movies. Or I would probably be working as a nurse. I'd be back in the hospital. Because they're making good money right now.
Your hidden talent.
This is a family show. No, I mean, I can still move, girls, at the age of 51. I'm still dancing. I'm a good baton twirler.
Oh, there you go. Love that.
I made a video, but go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
The video of me doing a baton twirling on outside with my kid baton. My mom found it. It was like this big. And I was like doing loopy and doopy and boom, boom. Like, yeah.
God, that's so funny.
I know. I mean, hello. Come on. I'm ready for the Macy's Day Parade. I mean, Rochelle can go and then me.
Right afterward.
Right after.
Okay, your favorite mantra or quote you say to yourself often?
I'm the shit.
I like that. I did.
Well, I always say that because you know what? I told my boys, like growing up, and even Jack now that he's old, playing baseball, I was always like, you're the shit and you can hit. Because they would be like nervous, like going up to bat. I must just remember, you're the shit and you can hit. So I just say it to myself all the time, you're the shit.
Oh, I love it.
Even if I'm not, you pretend.
Because what does that do, Tammy? Hold on. Because why?
No, go. Let's talk about it.
Because what?
Why? Why do you say that? I want people to hear why. What is that? Why pretend that? What does that do for you?
It just makes the shift in me. Because even though, like, I own a business and I'm a mom and I'm 90% confident most of the time, there are times that I'm not. There are times where I feel like, it may not work. This may not work. I'm going to try it anyway. But if I if I'm like feeling like less confident in my decision, or I'm going to try something new at the studio, or I don't know, something new is happening in my life, or it's mostly based around the studio. I'm just like, I'm the shit. It's going to work.
It changes your your mindset.
Right. And even if I'm literally just saying it to just get through a moment of weakness, I just say it.
Fantastic.
I probably should get that on a t-shirt.
You should.
With like a little emoji.
You're so cute.
Okay, what's the next one?
Go.
No, what's the next question?
Oh, here we go. Most underrated workout move.
Well, there's a couple. The squat, a push-up. Push-up definitely is full body.
Okay. One thing that instantly lifts your mood.
A glass of wine. That's after 4:59 p.m. You didn't give that. Let's be specific.
Yeah. I'm with you, girl. Dream vacation.
Well, on my bucket list is going to Iceland with my husband. I want to see the lights, whatever those are called.
The Northern Lights.
Riara Borealis or something. I want to go there. But I mean, I've been to Hawaii. I've been to Europe. I'd like to see Paris, but my husband won't go to Paris right now with all of the things that are going on in the world. But I would like to go to Iceland.
Nice.
That's on the bucket list.
3 words your best friend would use to describe you.
3 words? I have no idea. Crazy. Loud.
That's awesome. That's I'll take that a best friend any day. Crazy, loyal, and loud. Let's go.
Ready to party.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Okay, so that was fun. I love it. And you know what, Tammy? You are the freaking.
I don't know about that, but
This episode has been so fun. Like seriously, so fun. I don't know if we've laughed this much in an episode yet.
Well, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we're definitely enjoying ourselves doing this. And
we danced together when we were at freshmen in high school?
I was, yeah.
You were
I was freshman.
I think I stopped. Yeah, I stopped when I went to high school.
Oh, I'm older than you girls. Tara's your age, right?
I'm 48.
And I'll be 51.
Yeah.
Yeah, in August. Next month, I'm 51.
Okay.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Yeah. After 50, it's like all the same numbers. But back to your line of fire, and I know we're going to close this up, but that was your go-to moves. I say that what was the question about your go-to moves?
Most underrated?
Yeah, well, your push-up. Okay,
Yeah.
your full body and squat, because when you get older, you still got to go to the bathroom. And the squat is what gets you on and off the toilet. You got
to. It's so true.
So the squat is what I tell my people you got to work on. You got to get your butt back and down, get your weight in your heels. You got to push yourself back up, because sometimes someone's not going to always be there to help you get up. So that's why I say the squat. Like when you're in an airplane and you're like in that tiny little spot and you have to literally squat and your hands are like this in front of you. Like you're in a position.
There's a gentleman on Instagram that I follow. He's a dancer. I don't know him. He's just famous on Instagram, but he recently did a video which hit home to me because I lack in the physical world. What I lack is flexibility. And he did a video, and every single stretching exercise that he did, it was the side by side. He showed himself in the studio doing the stretch, and then he was in his apartment showing him using it in real life. Yeah. And it hit home for me. And I was like, that is the one thing that I don't make enough time for, is stretching. And that is also same idea, right? It's incorporated in the entire physical being. So yeah.
So those are the 2 things you need to work on.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's your homework, girls. I'm going to meditate. You're going to squat and do push-ups.
And honestly, such a perfect guest for our 25th celebration, our little milestone that we're so excited about. I'm so grateful that the universe guided you towards entering that contest, and it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you, girls. I know we've been friends longer than 25 years, that's for sure. 25th episode, longer than friends for longer than 25 years. I love it. Thank you, girls, for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes. So I will say that if anyone is in the Pittsburgh area and is interested in anything that Tammy's talked about with JackHammer Fit, please visit her website, which is, I believe, jackhammerfit.com.
It is.
Correct? Yes. And you can connect with her there and find out some more information. And thank you to all of our listeners for helping us get to this 25th episode. We're having a great time and we can't wait to continue with you. And maybe we can bring Tammy back because I have a feeling you guys are going to be excited about this episode. And her energy is something that we love here on Sister Sessions.
Well, thank you, girls. All right, we'll see you.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of the Sister Sessions podcast. If you found inspiration in today's conversation, we'd love it if you shared the episode with your besties, family, or even your favorite neighbors. We'll be back next week with more to share, but until then, remember, meditation is the key to unlocking your inner peace. All is well, friends. See you soon.